as you probably gathered, it took us a long time to decide what to discuss, which we thought were the better projects. But before I move to giving you some results, I'd like to take this opportunity just to make a few acknowledgements concerning the field course and the field course program. So as you are probably aware, the program for field studies in Tropical Asia was launched here just a couple of years ago. In fact, it's not yet 2 years old. It follows from other initiatives that other organizations were running, but without any kind of consistent funding. And XTBG has been very generous. I mean, a number of us here have been involved in those courses, but XTBG has been very generous in both funding the program and also funding this AFEC course. The course that you've attended for the last 6 weeks has 3 main funders. XTBG, out of its core funding, funds the program office, and a substantial amount of that goes towards this course. Then we had a grant from the Key Lab for Forest Ecology, which is one of the main branches of XTBG, and so that was a substantial part of the funding, about 50%, a little under 50%. And then we also had funding from ICRAF so 6 of the places, in addition to our 5 colleagues from North Korea, 6 of the places on the course were funded from ICRAF. So we have 3 major funding sources. And obviously without that funding and that support, we would not be able to run this course. So I think it's important that we acknowledge this. And I'd like you all just to thank everybody now, okay? Thank you very much. The other thing that we need to acknowledge as well is the commitment of the researchers and resource staff that give their time to the project. So everybody teaches this as a volunteer. It's not part of job description or anything. It's just something that people think is a good idea to do. So all your teachers that came on this course did so in an entirely voluntary capacity. And well, I don't have a full list of them out here, but you know who they are. Many of them from the Institute, but also a number of them from outside, some of who are sitting here with us today. And so again, I'd like you all to thank all the resource staff for their commitment to teaching this course. And of course, finally, we need to make a special thanks to a couple of people who were responsible for holding this and organizing everything. And those are Lainey and Summer, who I think you all agree put in a tremendous effort to making this a successful course. Thank you very much. Okay, so so now I'll go on to the results of our deliberations as to which we felt was the best project. So before I actually put you out of your suspense, I want to mention the prizes. Do we have the prizes here? Yeah. So can we have a little demonstration of what the prizes are? So we're going to award 2 groups. We're going to award a runner-up and we're going to award a first place. Okay?
We have some framed photos.
Okay? So something very nice. And so both groups will get framed photographs. And the winning group will also get support to come and visit XTBG, provided they present a paper for the ATBC Asia Pacific chapter meeting in March. So we will fund the participation of those students to come here in March, provided they're presenting a paper. Okay, so I think we're quite a generous crowd.
That's good. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, so as you probably worked out, it took us a long time to decide who to award the prizes to. This is perhaps 2 things. One, very positive, is that the projects were all very good, and it was therefore very difficult for us to decide which were the best. Especially I think the quality of the presentation was really nice. It was really excellent. The other thing, though, on the other hand, is that all of the projects had some weaknesses, and it was somehow difficult to decide which weaknesses perhaps were more important in terms of finally coming up with a final answer. So although we were of course very impressed with the effort and the quality, it's also worth bearing in mind that there is room for improvement, and I hope that after this meeting you won't just forget what you've done. I mean, all of these projects really are potentially could be turned into papers, so I hope that you will. And in my experience, the difference in those that do get published from those that don't is the effort you make from now. Yeah? It's not the quality of the project as it was presented today, but the effort you make from now until it gets published will make the difference as to whether you actually publish it or not. So I do encourage you all to try and do that. Yeah? Discuss among your groups, somebody take the lead, okay? And really put some effort into preparing a nice paper. And we'll of course help you with that. We're happy to edit and give you feedback on drafts and so forth. So then, well, we had quite a complicated scoring system in which about 60% of the score was given for what we could term the scientific merit. And then the remaining 40% was divided into essentially the presentation quality in terms of the verbal delivery, the preparation of the slides and so forth, and also your ability to answer the questions at the end. And so in second place, we had project number 5, the mechanical tree mechanics. So, sorry, I beg your pardon. I made a mistake there. It's because of the groups and the project numbers are flipped, and so I'm getting confused here. So actually, all right. So project number 5 was in second place. We had project number 4, which was the spider colonial web. Project number 5 was the web. So that was the second place. Okay. So the one who did the spiders on the web. Sorry, I didn't. Somebody take a picture of me. Yeah, sure. Okay, so the other group. So the ones who did the biomechanics, can you come up as well, please?
This is our best project.
So yeah, the biomechanics group were the winners, the overall winners, so applause to them. So, we had much discussion as to which one of these groups we should give the prize to. It was very close. So, a round of applause for all of them.
So shall we invite all the judges maybe to come on the stage and take a photo?
No, the students pick a line and they don't list them.
Lenny!
Okay, the best camera is there. So look at Chica's lens.
It's just a video.
Can you take a photo as well?
Okay, yeah.
Can
It's still you are there.